Iowa's playing Indiana primetime Fox. Probably the biggest game Iowa's playing so far this season. And I'm just not a believer in this Indiana team. They're the 14th ranked team in the country. They've only lost one game. I'm not sure if you've seen that game at all. It was against Stanford. And I mean, they got absolutely ran out of the gym. It wasn't close at all from start to finish.
Stanford is really good. I'm looking back at that stat line. So where is Stanford ranked now? That's the question I want to know the answer to. Are they they're 8th in the country, 14-1 overall. So yeah, that game was not close, 96-64, and that was on the road. That was at Stanford. I did not watch that game, but you're right about the numbers. Indiana could not make a three to save their lives. They were 5 of 32 from outside. Were 35% from the field overall, got killed on the glass. So that's not necessarily an indication. I don't know about Mackenzie Holmes. I'm looking at her stat line here. She did have 4 fouls. I don't know how that all transpired. Looks like they dealt with some foul trouble. They had a guard, Garzon, foul out. She's there, I believe, their second leading scorer. So without watching that game back, I can just tell you Stanford's really good. Typically, they are really good inside. Again, knock on wood. I have not watched them play this year either. But all I know is Mackenzie Holmes is going to be a load because Iowa does not play as big as they did last year, and she was a load last year. They lost in Bloomington. The Hawkeyes did. Came back, won at the buzzer. So should be this atmosphere Saturday is going to be. I mean, is it fair for me to say the best in college athletics on Saturday? I can't imagine there's a men's game on Saturday that's going to be more raucous than this one.
I'm worried about the Indiana game. Indiana's going to be tough. It's not. I'm not like DeReal and think that it's going to be a blow. I mean,
did he say he thought it was going to be a blowout? I didn't hear that.
Oh, he thought they'd beat him easily. He said.
Well, if they shoot like this, I could foresee a double-digit win. But I also I don't think they're going to get. I cannot foresee a scenario barring some crazy injury to Caitlin Clark. I cannot foresee a scenario in which Iowa gets blown out, but I can foresee that.
I agree, but it'll be a last-second shot, or it'll come right down to the end. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a tight game.
Yeah,
I've watched Indiana play several games. They're good. They're deeper. They may not have a player as good as Caitlin, but they've got a couple players that are better than Iowa's 2, 3, and 4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, the Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball team is phenomenal. I think if they have a weakness, I think that it could clean it up a little bit. There's just times they get careless with the ball. I think there's about 8 or 9, well, not 8 or 9, maybe 4 or 5 turnovers that are just don't ever need to happen. But when you start playing, in the tournaments, and you get 4 or 5 times down the court where you don't get to take a shot just because of lack of concentration of the thrower or pass or whatever. I think that's the one thing that I've just kind of seen out of them that I would be a little bit concerned about.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned with lack of a true 5 against certain teams, but they play fast, and I think you're just going to have to live with the turnovers, and it may come back to bite them. You might be right. They obviously created a lot of assists. They have, Caitlin Clark is, she's a showman or a showwoman, so to speak. She's phenomenal with the basketball in every respect, but it's going to create turnovers at times.
Right. Well, the other thing is when she shoots those logo threes and stuff, those are signature moments. But her passing is incredible. I mean, she can whip that ball around the court.
You women's basketball fans, on Saturday following Iowa, Indiana, and stay tuned to my social media. I'm at From the Hawkeye on Twitter and Instagram. Special announcement about a guest coming up for Saturday. Stay tuned. Iowa postgame on Saturday featuring a former Hawkeye, and it's the third-ranked Hawkeyes versus number 14 Indiana. Should be a great one on Fox, 7 p.m. Central Time from Carver Hawkeye Arena.